Hi, I'm back again with another excursion into the interesting commentary, Perush, of Rabbi Avraham Saba, this scholar from Spain who suffered through the expulsion from Castile and then from Portugal, and who left us a very interesting commentary in the Torah called Sur Hamor. We're looking at his commentary on Parshat Shlach, and the main story of that parsha, which is the Spies, the Meraglim. As you all know, this is a very sore point in the story of the Exodus, one of the low points where the spies are sent to report on the promised land and give a report which is very negative, and which leads the people to once again complain and cry and regret that they left the slavery in Egypt. Now, I've heard that the Zohar is an interesting take on this, to sort of apologize, to defend the spies, claiming that really what they had in mind was the following, that during the wandering in the desert, you didn't have to work. Jews had their food provided by God directly through the manna from heaven, and so they could spend the whole day just studying Torah. But they were afraid that once we crossed into the land of Israel, we would have to work for a living. And when you have to work for a living, you have less time and less strength to study. So they really were trying to sort of preserve this idyllic existence where there was no need to work and one could spend the whole time studying. We're looking again at a Zoharic interpretation which Rabbi Avraham Saba brings, which is very different from what I expect most of you will be looking for in something coming from the Kabbalah. And in fact, it is very different from anything that one finds precisely in the Zohar. He presents it as a sort of a quotation from the Zohar. He says, that it's a quotation, and ends it with the Ad Kan, end quote, followed by his interpretation. But in fact, both the presentation and the interpretation are, I think, his own work. It's a Hebrew paraphrase which has some parallels in what I've seen in the Zohar, but not precisely. And basically what he's doing is seeing the whole story as an allegory for a study of the Torah. Eretz Yisrael, the land of the Torah, stands for, Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, stands for the Torah. And its supposed toughness, barrenness, difficulty to master, it stands for the fact that the Torah is difficult to master, but when a strong and determined people will take over the land, then it will indeed flow milk and honey, that is to say, the deep, profound secrets that one can arrive at if one is successful in Torah study. So what I will do here is put on the screen the Hebrew first of his paraphrase, what he says is a paraphrase of the Zohar, and you can follow along if you know Hebrew while I give my translation, or a somewhat free translation with a few comments stuck in, and then do the same thing for his interpretation. Okay, so now here's the first passage, which we're now putting on the screen, and the passage reads as follows. In the Zohar, they said that this chapter teaches us about the high standing of the Torah. They said that God receives praise for the Torah because it is a tree of life, and by means of it, it is possible to attain the high standing of the world to come. This is the meaning of Alu Zeba Negev. Alu Zeba Negev, go into the Negev, was the instructions given to the spies. Now, Negev means south, now, because it is in the southern part of the land of Israel, but the root meaning is dry, as in Hebrew, the Negev, which means to wipe dry. And the Negev, of course, is desert-like and is the desert that the Zionists made to bloom. So the instructions were to go into the Negev and see just what kind of land it is, as it is written there in the Torah. Now the report of the spies was, we have come to the land, and it indeed flows with milk and honey, because it contains pearls and good things, sweeter than wine than honey and nectar. True, the nation living there is tough, because the Torah contains great secrets. So the nation that deals with it has to be strong. Now at the beginning of line 7, as it says with regard to the tribe of Levi, Barech Hashem Chelo, God bless his army. So also the Torah is called Tushiyah, meaning wisdom, because it wears out, Muteshet, Metisha, a person's strength. Moreover, Amalek lives in the land of the Negev. This hints at the evil impulse which stands at a person's right in order to sabotage him. So here we have the basic line of interpretation. We have to deal with a difficult, tough land, or the Torah. All the while, the Amalek, the evil impulse, is trying to divert us, to sabotage us. But if one can stick to the task and be successful, one can arrive at milk and honey, the secrets, the wonderful secrets, the profound secrets that are within the Torah. Now, let us look at his interpretation. And again, I'll put the Hebrew on the screen, and you can follow along as I give my again free translation of the passage. So he says, that is the Zohar, hints here that the Torah contains gold, many pearls, deep matters, to the point that a person is hardly capable of attaining them on account of the profundity of the Torah, as well as the way time places restrictions on us. We are all limited with the time we can devote to study, the time we have here on earth. Hence, they said that the people who deal with the Torah have to be big, powerful, special people. All the more so because they have overwhelming desire produced by the evil impulse, which sabotages and tempts them to go instead after temporal, fleeting nonsense. Now, I think what he has in mind here is the Talmudic dictum, Kol gadol mechavero, Yitzro gadol mechavero, that there's a sort of goes hand in hand greatness of personality, greatness in scholarship, and a great, powerful biological urges. So people who are great Torah scholars will have great urges, impulses, and this is why particularly those who are inclined to devoting their lives to Torah study will have even a stronger distraction by the evil impulse, which is always snipping at our heels and trying to push us off track. Now to continue, but the wholesome individual who sticks to the ways of God says, Alo na'aleh, let us go forward and make it our own. Even though it has profound things, or the things in it with it are deep, we will try with all our might to understand things, one after another, as did the ancients. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little snippet, another excursion into this relatively unknown commentary. Hope you like it enough to hit the proverbial like button. And from time to time, I think we'll take another look at this commentary as we go through the yearly cycle of Parshiot. Thank you very much, and Shabbat Shalom.